Easy to do, fun to play. Now, I wrote it out in quarter notes and eighth notes, but you can get an attitude and play it any way you want. All right? So, it only has 3 chords. What are they? F, C, and B flat. And can you make this come on so it's the screen? Okay. If you look at the melody, the melody is the chord, isn't it? How do you spell an F chord? F-A-C. Look at the melody notes in the first full measure. A, F, C, A. C, A, or F, C, A. So what you're doing is you're actually, the guy that wrote this was just rolling out the notes that are in an F chord. So if you hear an F chord like this, all he did was move it over like this. Okay, and then he played a little G sharp and slid off of it. Da-dum, da-da-da-da. See? That's an F chord. Kind of, I don't know if you all play it that way, but most of you probably do. So they're just rolling it. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's it. Then it goes to the C position. Okay, look at the notes in the measure that has a C chord over it on the second line. E, C, G, and E. So, and they do the little slide onto that. D sharp, E, C, G, E, da, 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 da. So that position. So you go here and here. Okay? Then the only other one is B flat. B flat, D, and F. Da, 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 da. That's it. So the guy wrote Steel Guitar Rag with 3 chords and just rolled the melody, the same notes that the chord has. Pretty easy, huh? All right, so I'm going to play it. You follow along with me. Ready?
Yes.
Pretty simple. Now, fingering. Any note that has a sharp on it, a sharp, is finger number 2. So on the very first note, write a finger number 2 underneath that note, that G sharp, very first note. Okay? And the next note, the second note in the song, the A, is your thumb. So you're going to go da-dum. Now, what happens when you do that is your hand is all ready. Da, da, da. See, there's the chord. So you go 2, 1, chord. Da, 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 da. Then there's the sharp again. 2, 1, da, 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 da. 2, 1, da, 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 da. Now, C, same thing. 2, 1, da, 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 da. Okay? The B flat, you don't have to do that. You just put your thumb here and your second finger there, see, and it lays right out. So the A, see the B flat chord? I should have written that in for you. See the B flat chord and the B flat note? The A before it, put finger number 1. And the B flat is finger number 2. Here's a good rule, listen close. Generally, you want to try to avoid playing black notes with your thumb. Any chance you get, avoid it, because it's just not comfortable and not acceptable in most teachers' methods.
How about sliding it off?
Yeah, you can slide it off if you want to. I don't care, but most teachers would care. Okay, your thumb is too big, too bulky, and too short to play a black note. All right? So, and that's just kind of a general rule of thumb. Have you noticed that in some of your playing? That your thumb, you know, you get in a position and you go, well, if I put my thumb there, it doesn't feel right. You should see your face. Wake up!
I was thinking of the little irony when you said, all about the thumb. That's a general rule of thumb.
Did I say that?
Yeah, well,
No,
general rule of thumb. So,
Okay, teaching aid. Yeah. Someone said to me, well, why are you wearing jeans? You never wear jeans. Well, we're not a retail store anymore, so I don't have to dress up. I can wear whatever I want.
Yep.
And today I wanted to wear jeans. So there.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Oh yeah, it's country too.
Right.
Yeah.
I should have just said that. All right, so on the piece of paper, let's just play the song. It says use a country rhythm. I don't care which one you use. So let's just have a little listening test, and let's see which one you'd like. All right, listen to this one.
Right.
Surprise! A gunshot and a scream.
That's country.
I guess that's appropriate. That was really stupid. That works, right? Let's try this one. That one works. Yeah. And then you try some variations. Yeah, I like that one. That's Country Party. And so you just go through and you just find, let's try some O down. All right. How many, some of you just had your instruments not very long. So let me tell you about what to listen for when you're playing rhythms. There are, some instruments have one variation on each rhythm. Some have two, some have four. If you only have one variation, there's probably a variation on the rhythm if you move up like to the next number, like on a keyboard. So you have lots of different, on keyboards it says like country and they'll categorize them. And it'll say 0, 0, 0, 4, 50 to 0, 65. Well, between 50 and 65, there's a lot of different country rhythms in there. So you just got to scroll through them and find them. So let's listen. Now, I want you to tell me, because I'm going to slow it way down, what instruments are playing the rhythm right now, okay? So just kind of close your eyes. What do you hear? Okay, first, what do you hear in the bass? Who's playing the bass? Probably a bass guitar is playing in a country band. Sometimes a country fiddle. Could be a big bass player or a kettle, jug. Alright? Now, let's get rid of him. You can actually take him out. Just take the pedals away or shut off the bass. He's gone. Now let's get rid of the drummer. Slow it down. And you know what? Nobody does this except me, I think. And Greg, you have to study the rhythm so you know what's happening. What musicians have you hired? All right, so listen. What do you hear? I hear a guitar and a banjo. Hear 'em? Guitar. Bum, 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 bum. Hear 'em? And the guitar is going. All right. That's variation one. Okay, now listen. I'm hearing lots of stuff, aren't you? I don't know what this does to you. This is like ear candy to me. It's like, oh my gosh, aren't we so fortunate to have hearing? That you can listen to that and you go,